Hello kids, welcome back to my channel PR Kids. Today I have got you very interesting story. The title of the story is The Caring Deer. In a peaceful forest where the trees stood tall and rivers flowed gently, there lived a beautiful deer named Daisy. She had golden brown fur, gentle eyes, and kind heart. Daisy was loved by all the animals in the forest. She always helped those in need. She would guide the lost rabbits back to their burrows, shared food with hungry birds, and protected the little animal from danger. Daisy believed that love and kindness made a world better place. But one day, Daisy was faced with a challenge that tested her kindness like never before. One year, the summer was very hot, the rivers began to dry up, and the food became scarcer. The animals in the forest struggled to find water and fresh leaves to eat. Daisy saw how thirsty and weak her friends were. She knew she had to do something to help them. I must find water for my friends, she said. So she set off on a journey, searching for a fresh water source. After walking for hours, Daisy finally found a small hidden lake deep that inside the forest. The water was clear and cool. This will save my friends, she thought happily. Daisy quickly ran back to the forest and told the animals about the lake. Follow me, there is water for everyone, she said. All the animals, from the smallest squirrel to the biggest elephant, followed Daisy to the hidden lake. When they saw the water, they cheered with joy and drank happily. You're the hero, Daisy, said the little rabbit. Daisy smiled, feeling happily that they could help, but she didn't know that the danger was coming. A hunter had been watching the animals behind the trees. He had seen Daisy leading to the water. What a beautiful deer, the hunter thought. I must catch her. The next day, the hunter set a trap near the lake. It was a big net hidden under dry leaves. When Daisy came to the lake to drink water, she stepped onto the trap and suddenly, smush, the net closed around her. Daisy struggled, but the net was strong. She was trapped. The other animals saw what happened and panicked. We must save Daisy, the monkey cheered. But how? The hunter is coming, cried the birds. Just then, the idea came to Daisy's mind. Listen, friends, she said. Run and hide before the hunter comes. If you stay safe, it will be enough for me. But Daisy, we can't leave you, said the rabbit. Daisy smiled gently. Sometimes love means making sacrifices. I will be happy if you all are safe. The animals did not want to leave her, but they knew Daisy was right. With heavy hearts, they ran back to the forest to protect themselves. The hunter soon arrived, smiling at his catch. The deer will make the rich, he thought. Just then, about Daisy was away. Some incredible happened. All the animals, big and small, returned. They surrounded the hunter and made loud noises. The elephants jumped and the monkeys chewed sticks. The hunter became scared. He had never seen animals working together like this. Frightened, he dropped his rope and ran away, never to return. The monkey quickly untied the net and Daisy was free. Daisy looked at her friends with teary eyes. You all came back for me? The wise old turtle smiled. Because you have always cared for us, Daisy. Today we showed you we love you in return. Daisy realized that even if she done have sacrifices, but everyone never forgetted her. The moral of the story is, kids, true love and kindness never go unnoticed. They will always find a back to you. So kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hello kids, welcome back to my channel PR Kids. Today I have got you a very interesting story. The title of the story is The Monkey's Mistake. In a big green jungle, there lived a playful monkey named Max. Max was full of energy and always loved to jump from tree to tree, swing on branches, and play tricks on his friends. He was quick and smart, but he had one problem. He never listened to advice. Max believed he knew everything. He never thought before acting, and whenever he made a mistake, he never admitted it. One day, something happened that changed Max's ways of thinking forever. In the middle of the jungle, there was a tall mango tree, and its branches were filled with sweet and juicy mangoes. However, this tree was very special as it belongs to the wise elephant Grandpa Gaju. Grandpa Gaju had always told young animals, you may take the fallen mangoes from the ground, but do not climb the tree. It's old and weak. The branches may break. All the animals respected Grandpa Gaju and followed his words. But Max, being playful and stubborn, did not like rules. Why should I listen to him? He thought. I am faster and clever. I won't fall. One afternoon, Max felt very hungry. He looked at the mango tree and saw the biggest, ripest mango hanging from a high branch. His mouth watered. That mango looked delicious. I must have it, he said to himself. Ignoring Grandpa Goju's warning, Max quickly climbed up the tree. The branches creaked under his weight, but he didn't care. He reached out and grabbed the mango. I did it, he cheered. But the moment he pulled the mango, crack, the branch snapped. Most lost his balance and fell straight to the ground. He landed with loud rush. His tail was twisted and arm burst. Hearing the noise, all the animals rushed to see what had happened. Grandpa Guju walked up to the Max and shook his head. Oh, Max, he suddenly said. Didn't I warn you? Max looked down, feeling ashamed. I thought I knew better. I didn't listen, he said softly. Grandpa Guju nodded. We all make mistakes, Max, but a wise animal learns from them. Will you remember this lesson? Max nodded quickly. Yes, Grandpa Guju, I promise to think before I act and listen to good advice. From that day on, Max became wiser monkey. He still played and had fun, but he always thought before making decisions. And whenever he saw a young animal about making mistakes, he would say, once I make a big mistake too. Learn from me. Always listen to good advice. The moral of the story is, kids, mistakes help us learn, but only if we can accept them and change for better. So kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
The Squirrel Adventure. Once upon a time, in a thick and enchanting forest, there lived a squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was young, curious squirrel with soft, fluffy fur and bright. Sammy's parents always warned him to stay close to the big oak tree where they had lived their cozy nests. They would say, Sammy, you must be careful. The forest is a big place with many dangers. Never wander too far alone. But Sammy, being full of energy and excitement, always dreamt of exploring and unexploring the jungle. One bright sunny morning, Sammy woke up with a sense of adventure. He decided that today was the day that he would venture beyond the family tree and explore the deep parts of the forest. Ignoring his parents' advice, Sammy set off his adventure. As he further let go of, Sammy reached the part of the forest he had never seen before. After some time, Sammy heard a faint noise coming near the bush. He was curious to got him better. Sammy froze with fear as Renix landed. Well, what do you have here? A little squirrel all alone. You'll make a nice meal for me today. Sammy heard the noise, but quickly remembered what his mother always told him. No matter how scary things may seem, never give up. Always think on your feet. Sammy knew he had to act fast to survive. He looked around quickly and noticed a narrow gap between the two thick roots nearby. It was just big enough for a small squirrel to fit through. Renix growled in frustration, trying to reach Sammy through the gap. Sammy took a deep breath of relief. His heart was filled with still pounding. But he didn't have to find a way back home. Gathering his courage, Sammy decided to climb up all the trees and see if he could spot his home for there. Sammy took a deep breath and said to himself, I have to be brave. I have made this far and I cannot make it back home. On his way, Sammy was, however, wearing a nest oak tree. Sammy, with a big smile on his face, told all about this adventure and how he faced danger with courage. He had new friends and learned a valuable lesson that he should not go around too far. The moral of the story is, kids, the brave little squirrel adventure teaches us that true bravery is about facing challenges with courage. and a kind heart. It's not just about being fearless, but also about helping others and being wise in difficult situations. So, kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.
How the deer escaped the trap. In a quiet, green part of the jungle where birds chirped and river flowed gently, there lived a young and graceful deer named Daisy. Daisy had soft brown ears and gentle hooves and a heart full of kindness. She loved to skip through the meadows, play near the stream, and listen to the stories told by a wise old owl. But Daisy was not just gentle. She was smart and alert too. One sunny morning, Daisy went out in search of sweet grass. She waved goodbye to her friends, the rabbits, the parrots, and the squirrels, and a Toto that happily lived into the forest. The sun shone brightly, and the winds whispered softly through the tears. As the daisy wandered deeper, she came across a patch of fresh green grass under a big mango tree. What a lovely spot, she said, licking her lips. But just then she stepped forward. Snap! A strong rope caught her, and she fell. Oh no, she cried. I'm trapped. It was Hunter's trap. Hidden under the grass, Daisy tried to pull the free, but the rope tightened. Her heart beat fastly, and she looked around. No one was there nearby. I must stay calm, she whispered. Panicking won't help. I have to think. Daisy remembered what Owl told her. In danger, don't fear. Pause, look, and think clear. She took a deep breath. Then she looked carefully at the rope and the knot, the way it was tied to the branch. Suddenly she had an idea. If I twist my leg gently and pull from other side, the rope might loosen. Slowly Daisy shifted her weight, wriggled her leg, and tried pulling at the new angle. It was a hard little but stayed strong. Then snap. The knot gave a wave slide. Yes, it's working, she said, full of hope. But just as she was about to try again, she heard a rustle. The bushes moved. Out stepped the hunter, holding a net and long stick. Daisy froze. The hunter grinned. What a catch! A young deer. Daisy's eyes darted down. She needed help fast. And just then a loud voice echoed from the above. Stop! It was Pico the parrot, Daisy's friend. He had been flying overhead, showed what happened. Let her go. He squawked loudly, flying around the hunter's head. The hunter waved his arm, trying to shoo the parrot away. Pico called out, help, help, Daisy in danger. Soon more animals arrived. The monkey came swinging from trees, the squirrel threw nuts from above, and even the old tortoise moved forwards than unusual. They made such loud scene the hunter grew nervous. The jungle is wild, he shouted and dropping his net. With the final tug, the daisy pulled herself free and jumped away just in time. Hunter ran off, scared by animal anger. Daisy sat down under a tree, breathing heavily. Her legs swollen, but she was safe. Pico landed next to her. Are you all right? He asked gently. Daisy nodded. Thank you to you and everyone. Monkey clapped. You were so brave. The squirrel squeaked. And smart too. The owl. You have just arrived with a smile. Today, we saw something special. A heart that stayed calm and a mind that stayed sharp and the friends that stood together. Daisy smiled. I remember your words, Owl. Pause, look, and think clear. That's what saved me. The moral of the story is, kids, in times of danger, don't panic. Stay calm, think smart, and remember, true friends will always come to help. So, kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you.